Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, in my never-ending quest to get better audio for you, I have a little trick that I picked up from Yummy Noob. And first we'll go through what I'm doing currently, then what I'm going to try, and then we're going to get on the road and test it. So,
all right, here we go.
So here's what I've got currently. You can see the furry dead cat on the microphone, a little bit of a windshield here. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? And then, yeah, we're going to add something to that because this audio does pretty good, but it doesn't block side winds at all. So anytime there's a wind coming across my face, you hear it in the audio. And I do some post-processing or post-audio processing in DaVinci Resolve that really helps out. And I've got some other videos on the channel, so check those out. But today, we're going to add to this furry dead cat with this. A zip tie and a piece of microfiber cloth that I cut off. And I did go and burnish the edges a little bit with the old lighter there, just to keep it from fraying. But we're going to fold this in half, wrap it around, zip tie it on. I'll clip the zip tie, and then we'll get on the road. So let's do that. And hopefully it stays on while we're doing this. So I'm always looking to get better audio for you guys. And this is the latest salvo in that battle. I'm going to try to rotate this a little bit. There we go. And then we'll clip it off short. And I saw this in a Yummy Noob video. He was showing what he does to get his audio for their vlogs. So I figured, what the hell? It doesn't hurt me to do a little testing, right? I'm always doing testing, aren't I? So we'll just pop that back in the little clip there. Hopefully with that little nub sticking out in the opposite direction of me. Hopefully that stays on. I've got the zip tie right around the end of the microphone there. And it looks like it's going to stay on pretty good. Let's go get on the bike, huh? Put the helmet on and we'll go. So here I am waiting for traffic, and we're going to hit this section of road going back that way here in a minute. But first we're going to go down Avery Road because it's a popular spot for me to test because it's close to home and it doesn't have a lot of wind. But this road here is Route 28 and it does have a lot of wind. We're at about 35 miles an hour. Like I said, there's usually not a lot of wind here, but we're doing 40. Okay, we're on 28, 20 miles an hour. This is what I sound like. 30 miles an hour, this is what I sound like. There's a bit of a crosswind. 45, change lanes. 55 miles an hour with a pretty good side wind. Hey, biker dude, biker chick, all right. Pay no attention to the 360 camera behind me. We're doing our audio test for the microfiber covered microphone. I'm at 35 miles an hour with a good side wind. And by the way, that camera's up there as part of another test, and I'll put a link to that up here. Here we are at 50 miles per hour. And this is what I sound like. Head turns, head turns. How's the voice quality? I'm always testing, trying to get you better audio, because I have the video nailed, I think. And if you take away the two things that I'm known for, my half helmet and my stogie and coffee, well, hell, then you're just left with my charming personality. And that's no good for anyone. Because honestly, who wants to listen to me? You want to see the pretty sights. And, well, if I have something to talk about, you do want to hear that. So I thank you for coming along on this little ride test video with me. I do appreciate it. And hopefully the audio sounds better. So you got 30, 40, 50 miles an hour there. I'll try to splice in some faster speeds later if I hit any faster roads, but this is Avery, which you're used to seeing on the channel, and now you get to see it and hear me hopefully a little bit better with a little bit less wind noise. And my hat tip to Yummy Noob. It was kind of a throwaway scene in a behind the scenes video that he put out recently where he showed that he had a microfiber cloth wrapped around his microphone. I was like, holy crap, could it be that easy? So you know your old buddy John, I'm always up for more testing, and I'm doing 35 now, and I'm vlogging at my normal volume, and I think you can hear me pretty well. And here we are on Route 28 at 50 miles an hour, and this is like the biggest side wind road near my house, and it's kind of windy, and that bus is really screwing with us. But this is what the microphone sounds like. This is what it's picking up at 50 miles an hour, give or take. And I'm vlogging at my normal volume. Oh, how about a bonus 35 miles an hour, test number 3. We're in the side wind road again, 45 miles an hour. $55 miles an hour. This is what I sound like, and I'm hoping it's going to be, you know, the magic bullet, as it were. Let's go down Avery and hear what this sounds like with just one layer of microfiber around the dead cat. And since I didn't show it clearly earlier, I will show a picture now of what the single layer looks like, just so you can see the placement. I think honestly, when I showed a piece of microfiber in a zip tie and I said I was going to wrap it around the microphone, I think you can picture it in your head what it's going to look like. And since you understand what it looks like, there's no need to belabor the point. So I will shut up now. No, I'm kidding. We're at 30 miles an hour on Avery. Not too much on the side winds. The winds today are a lot less than yesterday, unfortunately for testing, but good for vlogging. So when you're doing something like this hobby of ours, that constant testing is kind of needed to make sure that you aren't missing anything. You know, if you're watching what other people are doing and you're at least giving it a shot, the old college try, if you will, then you understand what works and what doesn't work, and you can modify it, because, you know, two people can take a full face helmet and the same microphone and everything else and get vastly different results based on mic placement and the helmet brand or model number. You know, all that stuff plays a big factor in it. But I just hope that this testing has been helpful for at least a couple of people. I do like to be helpful. Now, you want a real test of how well this microfiber cloth is going to work? We're going down Bowie Mill Road here, which is like a frickin' wind tunnel. Every time I try to record anything coming down this road, it's complete garbage, because I can never get non-wind. I mean, look at that. There's like no wind anywhere else. There's wind here. So this is the true torture test of this setup. If you want to know what the wind is going to sound like, this is it. Because it doesn't get a whole lot worse than this, especially when I come up over the next crest. Yeah, that right there, folks. That side wind that I'm getting right now, that's what that makes me restart anything I'm trying to say into the camera. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button and hit the old subscribe button. They're free, and I greatly appreciate it. I really do. Besides, if you don't subscribe, how are you going to know when I come out with more stupid tests? Hey, 45 miles an hour headed back the other way on 28. Test number 3 still. We're at 50 miles an hour, which is the speed limit. And the horn, the horn works. Oops, I hit the wrong button. But yeah, here we are. So how did that sound? Pretty good? Not good enough? Well, that's going to wrap up this test video. We just did some audio tests on the bike. I want to know from you, what do you think sounds better? What I was doing before, or what I'm doing now with the microfiber cloth? And till I see you again, keep the shiny side up. Ta-da!